Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing this very simple and easy makeup look all in under 10 minutes. And if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just continue to keep on watching. So just gonna go ahead and jump right into this makeup look. Going to start off with the Glow Recipe Watermelon Serum. It looks just like this, comes with a pump. I do use 2 full pumps. I do find that this is super moisturizing under powder foundation and that it actually sinks into the skin very nicely and makes your powder foundation on top look flawless. So I am just going to pat this in. I actually pat all serums in, so we're just going to let that sit for 2 minutes, let dry, and then go back and make sure that everything's well patted in the skin and sunken in the skin, not just sitting on top. So I'm going to go in with my Dose of Colors concealer, of course, and just go underneath the eye and then prime the lid. I am just going in with a dry e.l.f. sponge. I did not wet this one. Usually when I just do concealer, I don't wet these sponges. They just work just as good as being damp for the concealer. So just going to push this into the skin, apply it under the eye. I never drag my concealer on the outside of my eye, just because if you have fine lines and you do that, it actually emphasizes it, not makes it look better. So just gonna set that with my Maybelline Fit Me powder. Just going to set underneath the eyes and then the lids with that. Anywhere we put that concealer. And that is a Real Techniques brush that I got off Walmart.com. And then I'm just going to lightly dust with the same brush, not going to use any different brush. Just lightly dust the rest of the face and make sure that the serum is in place and set down. And this is what actually gives you a flawless base for your powder foundation. Now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible powder foundation, and this is a Real Techniques powder sponge. This is actually a sponge for powder. It's not one of the regular ones. I got this at my local Target. It's like $5 or $6 and it's really good for powder. You do dampen it and wring it out as much as you can. I usually use like a washcloth to really get the water out. And when you put it in the powder, it does not make your powder wet. It doesn't even feel wet. It actually feels dry, but it is damp, and when you dampen it, it blows up in size. So as you can see, this does give a lot of coverage, and actually I think this might be one shade too light now that I have used it multiple times, of course. But either way, we're going to make it work. I absolutely love this powder. I have been using this powder. This is what I do when I still want to look alive and awake, but really not going anywhere and just sitting at home. So I really don't go anywhere anymore with all the stuff going on. But I still do like to put makeup on, even when I'm not doing videos and when I'm just sitting at home. So this is what I've been doing. Then I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl Clean Fresh Pressed Powder. That was a mouthful. And that is a Pure Cosmetics powder foundation brush. And I'm just going to lightly buff over what we did. And also this is what gives you that airbrushed flawless look. So just going to make sure everything is well buffed in the skin. And it does add more coverage because also this is a powder foundation. And it does seem like a lot, like you're putting a lot of powders on and would look dry, but at the end you will see it doesn't look like that at all. So just going to brush through the brow since we have used some powder products to make sure there's no powder in there. I really never do too much. Going to go in with my NARS Laguna bronzer. This is just the mini version. And I am going to bronze up the face because I look very pale in one color. So putting some color back to my face, just going to put this where you would normally put bronzer, in the hollows of the cheeks, on the temples, around the forehead, around my jawline, anywhere you would just normally put bronzer. Well, I normally put bronzer, but just going to give my face back some life to it because honestly it looked very flat and one colored. So, and this bronzer here does not have any glitter or specks of shimmer or anything like that. And just going to run that along the jawline. And this also has no scent to it. So going to go in with my Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I have been loving this just for natural days. I also really do love my Makeup Revolution, just my type. But it is more of a wham bam, I'm here. Like your face is totally glowing. And this one here is still glowing, but more of a lit from within. This also does not emphasize texture, which I do have textured skin, so I do really love it for that. Also, I am going to go back in with my NARS Laguna bronzer and just put some in the crease of my eyes because I still do want a little bit of dimension, even though really not going anywhere. Honestly, on a day-to-day basis, I don't wear makeup, but some days, even when I'm sitting in the house, I love to play with makeup. I love to still look presentable and put together, and that's what makeup does for me. So, gonna go in with this Lashtopia from BareMinerals. Like I said, more of a natural look, so we're gonna use a more natural mascara. My lashes are naturally long. I do not do anything to them. I don't use any serums or anything like that. They are just naturally long, and so I don't use any falsies or anything like that. So even though this is natural, it might look still long on my lashes. My lashes are not volumized naturally, they're just long. So usually I'll look for more volumizing mascara, which this is, and I love it for the natural days. So just gonna go in with my Laneige lip balm, which I did pick up at my local Sephora, and just put that all over my lips. This still gives the shine and glossy finish that I love, and I'm not even going to use any liner just because, like I said, we're not going anywhere, and this is what I've been doing for absolutely natural look. So it does give a sheer wash of color, which I do appreciate. Then going to go in with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Setting Mist, and this is a mist, you guys. It's like a cloud that comes and just sweeps over your face, and it feels really nice on top of all those powders to set down, and it looks really good on top of the powders. But that is it, you guys. That is the finished makeup look. I literally did this under 7 minutes, and is what I do almost every day that I'm not going anywhere. And as always, thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.